What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're going to be talking about some big TSM news coming out. This was today at the time that I'm recording this video, at least, but this video will probably be coming out tomorrow. Obviously, LCS is kicking off this weekend. Obviously, throughout all the mini offseason, we've been talking all different kinds of TSM stuff, all different ways that they could go with their roster, who's going to be playing, who's not, what players are even going to be on their team. Obviously, with Kaido on the way out, Yursan on the way out, the Peter Zhang drama, the Reggie drama, all these different things. And this is also after TSM's coming off a 9th or 10th or whatever you want to call it place finish in the spring split. They need to do better in summer. There's a lot of expectations that they will do better. Some people have them doing a lot better. Some people have them just doing a little bit better. And some people think there may even be some kind of implosion or explosion or whatever again in the summer split, with TSM having like an 8th, 9th, 10th place finish again. Who knows? But again, there was some big TSM news that came out today that we're going to be talking about. But first, word from today's sponsor, which is Prize Picks. This is daily fantasy made easy. You simply pick your favorite stars, choose your over-under, and watch your players win. This is a really, really awesome and easy to use website and app that you can get today in the Apple App Store or in the Google Play Store. Or you can check out the first link in the description below to go to the website. They have esports, they have LOL esports, they do LCS, LEC, LPL, EU Masters, all different kinds of stuff. They did MSI. They're going to be doing Worlds. If you're already watching a ton of League of Legends like I am, and I know a lot of you guys are, this can be a fun way to put a little something extra on the line. And it's really simple. You can, pick your favorite players, pick props, over, under, kills, assists, CS, all this different stuff. And if you want to make some picks of your own, again, check out the first link in the description below. Prize Picks is going to match your first deposit up to $100. It's an awesome deal. Again, if you guys do that, it helps support me and my channel so much. Help support them. Thank you guys. With that being said, let's get right into this. And what we're talking about today starts with this, which is a Twitch clip from Spica. It was going around Reddit. It was going around Twitter. Obviously, this is titled "Spica confirms Mia for the first game of Summer Split." Let's see what Spica has to say here.
Is Mia starting? I think he will play the first game of the split, yeah.
So, I don't know if he was supposed to leak that or if he's going to get in trouble for leaking that. Obviously, TSM hasn't really made any kind of announcement. TSM did say, hey, Shenny's playing Academy. Mia's going to be scrimming with the main team. They said, hey, we don't even know who's going to be starting this weekend yet. And maybe Spica just thinks Mia's going to be playing. Maybe he knows Mia's going to be playing. I don't know, but the wording was also weird. Like, I think Mia's going to be playing the first game. Does that mean Shenny's going to play it sometime this weekend? Does that mean it's going to be based off of if they win or lose, if Mia looks good or bad? If their lane does good in the bot lane, maybe just Shenny's going to play like the third game or the second game, or Mia's going to play 2 games. I don't really know, but it does seem like Mia will be starting the first game of the year. And I have a couple reactions to this. Some of this we've already talked about before. And again, I saw some replies to Spica saying this, of people being like, oh, duh, we already knew that. Oh, duh, we already heard that. Like, no, we didn't. The statement that TSM put out previously was, we are not sure. We have not yet decided on who's going to play week 1. So this is the first that we are hearing. Obviously, we could have assumed or maybe expected Mia to be playing since he was scrimming with the main team and Shenny was playing Academy. But we did not know that yet. We did not know how these things were going. And again, TSM did say they were bringing up Mia because of how he was playing in Academy, how he was playing in Champions Queue, how he was playing in Solo Queue. And a lot of that stuff I think is kind of weird. I think it is very, very weird for Shenny to lose his spot before even playing a single game. Unless scrims were just going horribly, if scrims were going disastrously, if Shenny was just like absolutely running it down, or if Shenny was having some behavioral issues behind the scenes, which obviously he had some of last split. But if this was just a fact of like Maple, or not, I keep wanting to say Maple, Mia was just doing like pretty good in Solo Queue, Champions Queue, and Academy, and this gets him promoted before Shenny even gets to play a single game, that is very, very strange to me and potentially problematic, because again, this TSM announced as not a competition for the support position. This was Shenny is the LCS support, Mia is the Academy support. And obviously that doesn't mean things can't change. That doesn't mean players can't move up and down or whatever, but this wasn't a 6-man roster. This wasn't a competition for the support position, at least according to TSM. This was a starter in the LCS and an Academy support being brought in. And again, for that to be the situation, for that to be the truth, and for you to lose your starting spot before the season even started, that is very bizarre. That is very weird. And I think it's very strange because Shenny, again, this is the blue chip prospect that TSM brought in. This guy was on FPX, playing games for FPX, and not the current FPX that's, middle of the pack in the LPL. This was the FPX that had Duanbe. They were doing some big things. They were winning a lot of games. They were a contender, and Shenny was able to come in and look pretty good with them. And this is a guy in Shenny who had LPL offers, and instead he ends up on TSM, probably for a lot of money. We know the buyout was expensive. I'm sure his salary is expensive as well, but he turns down LPL offers to come to North America, to come to TSM. He has some turmoil in the spring split. Again, some of it is self-induced, some of it is his fault, and some of it was not. I think some of it was definitely TSM decisions, TSM management issues, coaching issues, all these different things. Mix it in with the Reggie drama, the Peter Zhang drama, the Kaido issues, the team struggling, Spica drama, all this stuff. Tons of weird stuff. But he doesn't get to play throughout the whole spring split. But, whatever. TSM gets through the spring. They come into summer. And now they're going through this again. This is very, very strange. And obviously, TSM likes Mia a lot to be putting him in this position. But they better like Mia a lot. And Mia better end up being good. This is very, very risky from TSM because it is of my opinion that this almost ensures that Shenny will not be returning to TSM next year. And that is very, very risky because Shenny is young and has a ton of potential. Maybe he's never going to realize his fullest potentials or anything like that, but Mia is a little bit older, definitely not as high of a ceiling player, definitely not as highly regarded of a prospect. One of the guys that TSM likely went out and got as like a budget pickup, because we know TSM is not looking to spend top dollar anymore. I don't even believe Mia was TSM's first choice as a support to pick up in this past offseason. And still, with all those things to be true, to be benching Shenny for him is kind of crazy. And even though TSM, sucked in spring split, by the end of it, they were kind of looking okay. By the end of spring split, you could have made a case that TSM was the 5th best team, maybe the 5th or 6th best team in the LCS, and that was despite all the different things that was going on. And that was with Shenny playing at the end of the split, and that was with Shenny playing overall pretty dang well at the end of the split. There is also some other takes and things that we've seen from other people, like Peter Dunn saying, look at how TSM is kind of handling the Kaido and Shenny situations. Do you think that's going to make any young Chinese players ever want to come over to TSM? Like, they are risking alienating the young Chinese players that they are trying to recruit. This is supposed to be Team Speaks Mandarin or whatever. Even Seoul, their academy top laner, he speaks Mandarin. They still have Spica, they still have Huni, they have Maple now, they have Kaido, they were going for all these different people. And now Kaido's gone after one split. Shenny's kind of getting messed with another split. Super, super weird to me. And then this is what's been going on lately for Mia in Champions Queue. He is currently ranked 33rd in Champions Queue, 2096 LP. The LP numbers don't really mean much to me, but you can see everybody is kind of really close, So being 31st, 33rd, he could very easily be like top 30. He could very easily be like 40th. It's probably just a couple of games that supports, that kind of differentiates everything. But going into this weekend, things have not been going super, super well for Mia. You can see on the Champions Queue match history site, when you look up Mia, most recent game, a loss, then another loss, then another loss, then another loss. 5, 6 losses in a row for Mia. He then, had a 2-game win streak there. So out of his last 8 games, he's 2-6. That doesn't necessarily mean it's all his fault. It doesn't necessarily mean he's playing that bad, but I'm just saying this is the reality of things. Again, he was getting promoted because of how good he's doing in solo queue, Champions Queue, Academy, all this stuff, which... Does any of that mean you deserve to be the starting LCS support because you did good in Champions Queue or you did good in Academy or something like that? This whole situation is just a little fishy to me. It's just a little bit off. I don't exactly know what's going on, and I really question if TSM is making the right decision. Now, obviously, TSM is the ones who get to see these guys behind the scenes. They get to see how Shenny's performing, how Mia's performing, and they get to make the decision. So we should be confident that the best support is going to be playing, that the best guy for the team is going to be playing, and ultimately we're going to see the best version of TSM on the field, game 1, week 1, whatever, is what I want to think. But also at the same time, this is the team that brought in Kaido to be the starting mid laner. This is the same team that's made tons of questionable decisions over the past couple years, made questionable decisions in the spring. So I don't have a ton of confidence in this move. Again, I am excited for TSM. I like the moves. I think Maple is a huge upgrade over Kaido. I think TSM looked better than 9th place at the end of spring. I think they are carrying some momentum over into the summer. I think there's no way summer can be as disastrous and as drama-filled as the spring was. So I think TSM has a lot of things going for them. But man, they just cannot help themselves. Always doing something random. Always doing something weird. Maybe this will work out. Maybe not. We're going to find out this weekend. I am cautiously optimistic. I am skeptical at best. We will see how it goes. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this move. Do you guys think Mia should be the starter for TSM? Do you think he's going to do well? Or do you think Shenny should be playing? I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then.